Well, hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today we're here with a finish and review, woohoo! My most recent finish. I'm excited to share it with you. This was a blast to work on. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at Warm Witch by Ivy Dolamore and Diamond Art Club. Alright, so there you have it, Warm Witch by Ivy Dolamore and Diamond Art Club. This is a 56 by 74 centimeter round drill canvas. It's got 40 colors, including 4 ABs, but I did make one enhancement here. So, I love it. It's super, super cute. Very fun little image here, a little project to work on. I mean, it's not tiny, but it went relatively fast once I committed to it, but it's been a whip in a pile of whips that I'm slowly working through, so I stopped and started it, but once I committed to finishing it, it went pretty fast. So a really, really fun project. I love Ivy Dolamore's artwork. Ivy is one of my favorite artists that Diamond Art Club does does license from, so it was a blast to work on. It's been in my stash for a while now, and I'm glad that I finally got around to completing it. But a lot of fun. As far as pros and cons, it is a Diamond Art Club canvas, so it's pretty much all pros. I mean, the drill quality was really, really nice. Very minimal trash. Editing Anthony, if you have the picture of the trash that you did have, please insert it here. Very minimal trash. Drill quality was really nice, super sticky glue, nice canvas material, all of that good stuff. Symbol clarity, as far as how the symbols are printed clear. Like there's no blurry symbols or anything like that. So, but we'll talk about the things that were kind of little quibbles I had. I think the composition of this canvas is really, really great. Lots of color blocking up there in the windows, but then once you get to some more of the detail work, you do get some little bouts of confetti here and there. But overall, across the entire canvas, you do have a fair amount of color blocking, if not line blocking. So again, not an incredibly technical canvas, especially with the color count being at 40. It was a very smooth process. There were certain sections, like in the greenery work, of I think it's like a pothos or something there in the background, a little house plant. That did slow me down a little bit here and there with some of the detail work, but otherwise everything else moved fast. Even in her skin tone, on her legs and stuff, there's a decent amount of color blocking, but again, certainly the windows. So all good things to say, really, all good things to say. As far as the minor quibbles I had with this kit, there's really only two. This is an older printing or an older style of how Diamond Art Club did their rounds. So some of the symbols are printed in red, some of them are printed in blue, some of them are printed in like a purple hue, some of them are some of them are printed in green along with the black. So you only have a couple of symbols that are white, which would be just like the white dot on the 310. Everything else is done in other colors. For some reason, my eyes don't love those other colors outside of black and white printed symbols. My eyes get a little bit like, oh, this is like too much. It's a little overwhelming. And like I said, I really only see it on some of my older round drill diamond art clubs. So I just had to make sure I was paying attention and really looking at the symbol. It's not that big of an issue, but I'm very happy that they have changed that in recent years to be white or black symbols. So that's one little quibble, just a reflection of the age of this original rendering and this printing style. And then the other one would just be the fact that no matter how hard I tried, it was really hard to get the static out of these drills. Even after I had kitted up, and it sat kitted up for quite some time, I want to say at least a few months, it sat kitted up without being worked on. That usually allows some of the static to dissipate, but for whatever reason it stayed. And then even after popping some dryer sheets in my art dot containers and giving them a good shake, it helped alleviate some of the static, but these round drills really loved to hang on to the static in this kit for some reason. So I do have a lot of what I call my random drills, a random drill container. So drills after I'm done diamond painting, I find a drill underneath my storage or just kind of tucked up in the corner of my table somewhere. It just kind of went flying off as I was diamond painting. I had a lot of those with this canvas because they just liked to fly out of the tray and fly out of the containers. And so I did have a lot of little errant drills that had ran away while I was diamond painting, but not enough that I had to go back and search through the pile to find drills like I ran out of a color. I still had plenty to do this entire canvas, didn't run out of any colors, but the static was a little bit more problematic with this kit than I've experienced with some other rounds from Diamond Art Club. So just something to note. I'm sure that's, there's so many things that impact static. So I'm not sure, but just for whatever reason, this particular kit was a little bit fussier in terms of static. So, but I love it. It's so cool. This is really the first time I've gotten to take a step back and look at it 100% complete. And I didn't even remember or realize that there was a cat in this image until I got to the tail. And I was like, there's a little cat looking out the window. So I thought that was really cool. It's just a lot of fun. I love the way that they rendered the ABs going around the book there to kind of create that magic swirl. I love the way that looks. It's super shiny, super sparkly. There's just a lot of really fun stuff to look at with this canvas. I did mention that I made one change in this kit. I went ahead and added a 5200 fairy dust or pixie dust or glimmer drill, whatever you want to call it. It's the drills that have that kind of mica coating or mica embedded in the resin. You're going to find those just in the windows, not the actual borders of the windows here. So I left all of this original, which is 3865, all the woodwork or the frames, and then the cross sections I left. But the actual window where the glass would be, I swapped that out for a 5200 fairy dust. They were from DP with Sparklers, and I believe they call theirs pixie dust. So 5200 pixie dust, just to add a little bit more shimmer. It's a very subtle enhancement, but I just wanted to change it up just a little bit and see what it would look like. At first I was hesitant because I was worried the 5200 would be too much of a cool tone against what is more of a warm palette, but I think it looks fine. I think it looks really good, and it just adds a little extra shimmer, a little extra something to the windows. So yeah, I think it ended up looking really good. This is, as far as numbers and stats go, this is my second finish of 2025 and my 54th finish of all time. I started this on December 28th, 2024, and I finished it on February 3rd of 2025. So like I said, it took me a little bit longer because I stopped working on it for quite some time to focus on other whips, but had this been my only project, I think it would have gone pretty quickly. Here's my little logbook. I tried to decorate it a little bit, and these are actually stickers of Ivy Dolamore's artwork that I got off of her, off of their Etsy shop. So very Ivy Dolamore'd out for sure. So yeah, I love it. It's really cute. I'm gonna take this into the office once I paint the border. Get this into the office and display it there. I have most of my Ivy Dolamore completed canvases at the office. I have, I think, just one here in the house. So, oh, I will also say I did use the pixie dust here in this moon on her hat, and then in this little detail here at the tip of the hat. So I put it here and here, but the rest is in the glass of the windows. It got a little confusing trying to figure out which colors I should use down here, because I was trying to draw the line down from the woodwork to see where it would line up. But I believe this is still part of the shawl or blanket that she has over her, so I left that the same. But I kept the original color, you know, stopping here and then picking back up down here and over. So I did have to kind of eyeball it a little bit, but I think it turned out fine. So yeah, let me know what you think. This is a really fun one to work on. I know this is a lot of people's, maybe one of their first Ivy Dolamores that they worked on. I know a couple people have mentioned in comments that this was the first Diamond Art Club that they ever did. So I know it's an oldie but goodie, and it still looks just as good now as I'm sure it did then. So love it, love it, love it. I can't wait to get the border painted and display it. But let me know what you think. Is this one that you've already completed? Is it in your stash? Is it something you're hoping to pick up at some point soon? Otherwise, yeah, this is Warm Witch by Ivy Dolamore, 56 by 74 centimeters, and yeah, my second finish of 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.